Hey, there's so much talk about under Todd Haley of running the ball this year. Although we've heard it before, it seems like it might be a little bit different. And we know your expertise in catching the ball. Well, how is your role going to evolve in the running game?
We're not sure yet. It's day one of, or day two of camp. We still working things out, still trying to figure it out. But like I said, since I've been here, whatever my role is, that's what it is, and I'm going to maximize it.
It, we know on your record it shows how many carries you've had each year. Do you expect that to change up or down, or
Mm,
will it be the same?
it makes me a difference. It's just about uh, giving me the ball and allow me to make plays.
Have you ever gotten used to not being the feature back in the context of at Miami you ran for 1,600 or whatever it was, and career leader and yards down there and all that stuff? But your roles have been odd here in terms of low carries, high catches. You ever used to that, or have you kind of kept a basis of you carried a ton and caught some balls?
I've gotten used to it over the time, going on year four doing it. So, I mean, what I did in college is what I did in college. I know I'm still capable of doing those things. But if that's not what the team needs for me to win, that's not what they need. So I'm going to do my part to help win and kind of try to turn this thing around.
Duke, how different is the vibe around here this year? Obviously, there's a big infusion of talent in the offseason. Just how different is it around here?
The vibe is awesome. Again, it's day two of camp. You can definitely ask me that question when we get to day 15 and day 16. But I mean, so far so good. A lot of positive energy, a lot of fresh legs, a lot of fresh bodies. So everyone feels good now. I think we'll see what kind of character the team has come 2 weeks from now.
Do you notice any different in Hue Jackson this year? He's got a little bit of a different role. He called it like a CEO role, where he's more overseeing than anything else. You notice the difference?
He's the
in him?
head coach, and that's his kind of job is to oversee everything. And he's laid back more. He's have his hand in pretty much everything, and basically he's having the chance to be the head coach that he was brought here to be.
He's talked about what an adjustment that is for him, leaving his baby, the quarterback, kind of aside. Do you see him uncomfortable, or is he finding his way?
Nah, I mean, so far he's been very mellow and chill, and I mean every now and then he's gonna step in. That's the head coach do, but for the most part he's been fine.
Has he showed up in running back meetings yet?
He make his way to every meeting. He find his way around the building.
But would he ever be in there the first 2 years?
Oh yeah, he's always made his way around regardless of where he was coaching.
So you working more with the receivers this year, or splitting out more than you did in the past?
Uh, I'm definitely practicing more with them. I'm not sure how much that'll transfer to the season, transfer to the game. But I'm definitely practicing with them and showing them that I'm capable of doing the things the receiver does. And we'll just see.
How different is that for you when you're out there with Jarvis Landry and those guys and going through the drills that they go through? What type of an adjustment is that for you?
It's not really. This is something I've been doing since I was a kid. So, I mean, it's not really different. Me being able to watch guys like Jarvis Landry definitely helped me bring something different in my game. But for the most part, it's the same thing.
In terms of you signing a contract, review why it's worth your while to be here.
One more time?
Why do you feel comfortable being here? I mean,
Uh,
you probably would have had options if you decided not to stay. What's
yeah.
what's in it for you to stay in Cleveland, I guess?
My life. I've been here since I've been drafted. They gave me the opportunity to play for this team and the organization. They took a chance to draft me. And this is kind of what I wanted to be.
Do you feel like your excellent hands
Excellent.
I
like.
make people underrate you as a runner? Does that get lost in your repertoire of things because you're so good as a receiver?
I mean, whatever people's reason is for doing what they do, I have no say. But you can always kind of look at a running back, what he does after he catches the ball. If you want to kind of tell the way he runs, just watch him after he catch the ball, and just see what he do after the fact. You don't always need to hand the ball off and put it on someone's stomach to see what kind of runner they are.
Duke, they've been very definitive from day one about Tyrod Taylor being the starting quarterback of this team, even with them taking Baker. But
And
how
bringing
much
in Drew.
Yeah, you know, and adding Drew, obviously.
I
But,
like Drew.
I mean, how much though does that help you guys within the locker room when there's no quarterback or no talk of a competition, or it's Tyrod's team, he's the leader of you guys. What does that do for you guys inside that locker room?
Me personally, nothing. Because at the end of the day, I have a job to do. Regardless of who's behind the center, who's throwing the ball, we all have a job to do. We all have obligation. Regardless if it's Drew, Baker, Tyrod, we still have the same job. We still have to make sure we go out there and perform to the best of our ability for whoever that quarterback may be.
How do you feel about, though, of course Taylor has a fair amount of experience, and last year Kaiser had none. How do you feel about going from one extreme, Kaiser being thrust in there at age 21, to not an extreme maybe, but 3 years as a starter?
Again, that's a question for later down the road. Everything's fun, everything's bright and sunny now. It's day 2 of camp. So once I experience Tyrod in the season, I definitely have an answer for you.
Duke, I'm sure you've probably gotten to be pretty good friends with Josh Gordon over the years. You've known him longer than a lot of people around here. How do you feel about what's going on with him right now? And did he confide in you that he was struggling? Did you have any inkling whatsoever?
No, I'm definitely excited for him in this process because, a lot of times we get looked at as just football players and not actual humans. So for him to want to take that step and, want to get himself together before he come back, I think it's awesome. And I'm pretty sure myself and the teammates said it, and we all go walk him back when he gets back. No love lost. We go love him even more for even, being a grown-up, being an adult and taking that decision because a lot of people want to ask for help and definitely want to go out in public and tell people they're asking for help. So we appreciate it.
Have you reached out to him? Have you had any contact with him?
No.
Or are you just kind of letting him do his thing right now?
Let him do his thing. He'll find his way back when he's ready.
You weren't here when he had his 1,600-yard.
I wasn't, but I heard a lot of stories.
But the stories about that year, you can see it on film too. But in what you have seen of him when he has been on the team, what kind of a talent does he strike you as in post 1,600?
We all know the talent that he has. His talent is one of a kind, especially being his size and move the way he does and catch the ball. It's freakish, but again, he wants to make sure that his mental part of the game is as strong as his physical.
Adam Pac-Man Jones is here for a workout today. So, and he could end up on this football team. What has been your experience with Jackman over the years? And you remember a stiff arm or anything like that? Or you don't run in on field like that? Or?
We had run-ins, wasn't big, wasn't nothing out of line, but the thing I think I like most about Pac-Man is the chip he plays with. We need more guys on this football team that plays with a chip and goes out there, fight tooth and nail for the team.
So the fact that he comes in kind of with a laundry list of off the field stuff that doesn't bother you?
Me? No, not at all. I'm not the judging type. I don't feel me. What happens in your house is between you and your home. When you're here, I'm a brother. Right is right, and wrong is wrong. So I'm always big on that. But
Just to come off your answer about Josh Gordon wanting to add the right kind of mental approach to the physical. What about you? What have your years with the Browns done for your mental toughness? Are you a different guy in terms of how tough you are mentally than you were as a Hurricane? Or?
I came from Miami. I don't need any more mental
does that
toughness.
mean, Duke?
I don't need any more mental toughness.
I
don't. Mental toughness is anything.
I came from Miami.
We built different.
So somebody might say, so what? You came from Miami? Somebody came from Ohio State. They're tough too. What is it about Miami?
We built different.
Yeah.
That's it. Anybody actually let them know we built different.
Can you talk about the dynamic of the running back room? Obviously,
Oh my God.
and then Carlos.
It could be fun. It definitely could be fun. Between myself, Carlos, and old school, which is Chubb. We definitely can be something special. Again, we have to find our role. Each one of us have to find a role and not be upset about it, not get bothered about it, but embrace it. And the sooner we embrace it, and the sooner we understand what our role is for this team, the better we'll be.
Why do you call him old school?
He's old school. The way he carries himself, the way he dresses in practice, it drives me crazy. But
What do you mean?
his helmet, his face mask, he don't really wear gloves all the time.
No frills.
Yeah, he's in the wrong era, in the wrong generation.
You all three run with a different style. You're more pass catching back. Does it kind of benefit each of you individually to have three guys that are different styles of running back?
See, that's why I say we have to find our role, because we all do something different, and we all, like you said, we all bring something different to the table. It's about finding your role and embracing it.